guys, and welcome to this week's section of the Coffee and Hero Show, which of course deals with my pull list. These are of course just the titles that I'm most looking forward to this week. There are of course other titles in addition to these ones, but these are just the titles that are on my pull list this week. You know, the usual mix of DC, Marvel and Indie. We kick things off definitely with one of my most anticipated titles of the week, which is Batman Urban Legends. This has been a great anthology series in general. We obviously had the great Chip Zdarsky story running through issues 1 to 6, which was Batman Red Hood. We had a great Grifter story running through those, and then lots of various good one-shots. The reason I'm looking forward to this one is it's venturing into the world of Batman Beyond. Never a bad thing. But not only that, but it's also including Future State Batman 666, which I believe is going to be a nod to the Damian Wayne Batman, which was established by Grant Morrison in Batman Volume 1. And then DC 1 Million as well. So there's some pretty good deep cuts here going through the Batman sort of mythology. And again, I've just loved that anthology format in general. Next up, we have Challenge of the Super Sons. We're up to issue 6 of 7 of this. It's been a 7-issue miniseries. This will be in the end. Trade won't be too far away. It's basically been Damian and Jonathan sort of leaping through time, trying to save various members of the Justice League as they go. Just tons of heart, tons of humor. Anything with Damian Wayne, written by Peter J. Tomasi, is good for me. Next up we have I Am Batman #1. So a few weeks ago we got I Am Batman 0, just laying the groundwork, and now we're into the fully fledged title. So John Ridley, Oscar-winning writer, is spearheading this as the writer on this title. But then you also have Olivier Coipel on art, who's a brilliant artist. The Magic Order is always my go-to when I think of Olivier Coipel's work. But just really fantastic artist, stunning, clean lines, but really dynamic artwork as well. French artist. And yeah, so this is kicking off the I Am Batman, so the next Batman, if you will. Next up we have Joker #7. So we have Tynion on this, along with Guillaume March, up to issue 7. Again, it's been one of DC's strongest titles for me. Not afraid to pull deep cuts, pulling in the Court of Owls, pulling in Santa Priscilla, pulling in Bane, and all sorts of good stuff in there as well. And it's as much a Commissioner Gordon title, of course, as it is a Joker title, but it's been superb so far. Next up we have Justice League. So we're continuing on with the Brian Michael Bendis, Phil Hester line. This has obviously been very heavy on the Green Arrow, Black Canary involvement. Also Deathstroke came up in the last issue as well. And then on top of that, of course, you've got your Justice League dark backup stories with Ram V and Sumit Kumar. Speaking of Justice League, we have Justice League Last Ride. So we're up to issue 5 of 7. So this is the Chip Zdarsky and Miguel Mendonça series. This has been brilliant as well. The last issue was basically all about exploring what it was that went down between Batman and Superman that led to such a permanent split between the two. Although, of course, they have been brought together as the Justice League for this thread throughout this series. But again, Chip Zdarsky, what more can you say? A bittersweet issue this week is next, which is Rorschach. This is issue 12, so we are at the end. This has been a wonderful series, just got stronger and stronger the more it's went on. 12-issue format, you know, perfectly suits Tom King's writing style for me. Jorge Fornes, a revelation on art. I mean, we already knew he was good, but he had only ever really done sort of one-shot titles here and there. Did a little bit of Batman during the Tom King run. Did, I believe, an issue or 2 of Daredevil with Zdarsky. Very, very reminiscent of David Mazzucchelli's artwork from the likes of Born Again, that kind of thing. But this is the first time he's done a full series, and it is a gorgeous title. Hardcover's not too far away on this one if you missed out the single issues and you just want to jump in, but honestly, one of the best titles of this year, in my opinion, of course. Next up, we have Superman and the Authority. So we're continuing on with the Grant Morrison, Mikel Janín story. Again, I've been enjoying this so far. A little wacky for Grant Morrison. It's all about a Superman losing his powers, needs to bring together a team who can actually help him out with the threats, the evil threats of the universe. And again, it's got lots of your usual Grant Morrison, you know, wisecracking nature. It's got the Grant Morrison wildness and strangeness. But it's been coming together really well in those first couple of issues, and this is issue 3 of 4. Then we have a new Titans series, which is Titans United. So this is going to be a 7-issue series. I've really been enjoying Teen Titans Academy, so now that we're actually going to focus more on the classic Titans lineup, I'm all good with that. You know, you're getting the likes of Nightwing in there, likes of Starfire, Hawk and Dove. You have Red Hood there in the background. Just a really strong team. It's very reminiscent of the Titans lineup, I should say, from the TV show. You've got Superboy Prime in there as well. You've got Beast Boy, you've got Raven. But yeah, bring it on. 7 issues, very evocative of classic Titans era. Next up we have Wonder Woman 779, so I'm continuing to enjoy the Becky Cloonan, Will Conrad series, and I always go for the variants in this case, so it's not just me being a variant as well as a cover A. There's plenty of that this week as well, which I won't show off, but with Wonder Woman I just collect the variants. A few indie titles for you now. First up we have Bermuda, which is from John Layman and Nick Bradshaw. This is one of the most gorgeous looking comics on the shelves. The detail and the artwork in this, the world building is phenomenal. It's all about a couple of rich kids who get caught up in a storm in a plane. They end up in the Bermuda Triangle, and it's all about a fight to survive. But really, really beautiful title that. We have the next issue of Deep Beyond, so Mirko and Dolfo for this one. Again, underwater set stuff. Issue 6 was a bit of a game changer, totally changed what this title was trying to do. Issue 7 was a bit of a mind melt. I was going to say something else there, but keep it clean. But yeah, this is again been really cool. We've got the trades in now for Volume 1, so if you fancy Deep Beyond, you can give that a go. I've also talked a lot about how great Fight Girls has been so far. So this is the Frank Cho written and drawn series with Sabine Rich doing colours. It's another AWA title, so of course you know the quality is going to be high. It's going to be a mini series. It's going to be quite genre specific, and that's what this is. So we're up to issue 3 of that, so the halfway point. Next up we have Jupiter's Legacy Requiem. So this is Mark Miller bringing the Jupiter's Legacy series back. We're up to issue 4. Tommy Lee Edwards on art. And again, if you're a fan of the previous Jupiter's Legacy comics, you know exactly what to expect here and you won't be disappointed. Another AWA series. Well, I haven't been able to start this one yet because I never got an issue 1 because we sold out of it. And as ever, my weakness is that I will always sort out customers before my own collection. But this week, a number 1 arrived for me, so I can finally dig into it. But this has been the J. Michael Straczynski, Mike Choi, a spin-off from The Resistance, I believe. And I'm looking forward to tucking into that. Title of the week for me is this. So what we have here is Primordial. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries. Now the reason it's got to be title of the week for me in terms of what I'm looking forward to most is it's Jeff Lemire writing, it's Andrea Sorrentino on art, it's Dave Stewart on colours. That is the Gideon Falls team. I recently read all 27 issues of Gideon Falls over a couple of days, and it is an amazing series, first of all. But with this one, bringing that team back together, it's exactly our ethos of following creators rather than characters or titles or whatever. And this just looks fantastic. So for me, this will be title of the week. I guess we'll soon see. Next up we have Scumbag. We're up to issue 10 of this. So the Rick Remender series, of course, about the world's worst person, who turns out to also be the world's only hope. Again, a lot of fun. Quite meta. Lots of commentary about modern life. 7 Secrets. Always a good week. Issue 12 for this one. So this is coming to the end of arc 2 for 7 Secrets. So of course, Tom Taylor, Daniel Di Walter Balamonte on colours. And again, there was quite the big revelation at the end of issue 11, which leads us into that. Next issue is up of Time Before Time. So again, another title we've been digging the heck out of. We've been, certainly pushing it in store. Declan Shalvey and Rory McConville writing, Joe Palmer on art, Looper meets Saga. Fantastic stuff. The trade again is not going to be far away. The trade has been solicited, so it should be out in the next couple of months. I believe it'll be issues 1 to 6 though, or as far as issue 5 on the singles. Walking Dead Deluxe. I really don't need to say anymore. You guys know about my love for The Walking Dead. I'm amazed at how good this series is. Rereading through it again, it's obviously been a long time since I read it. The color does add to it, but it's secondary because it's the storytelling so good. So Walking Dead Deluxe, we're up as far as issue 23. So only another 7 years ago. Next up, we have the end of the second arc, I believe, of Wind. So this, of course, is the James Tynion IV, Michael D. Alanis title. Great all ages title, again, great world building. And from Boom Studios as well. This has been one of Boom's biggest titles for a long time. And again, we do have trades in stock of the first story arc. So we can get you sorted with that. One of my favourite covers this week has to be Black Widow. So we're up as far as number 11. So we're still going on with Kelly Thompson doing this, Valentine Delandre on art, Jordi Belair on colours. And that is a gorgeous Adam Hughes cover there as well. I mean, that's worth the price of admission alone, to be honest. We have the next part of Extreme Carnage, which is Extreme Carnage Agony. So we're up to part 7 of 8. I haven't been blown away by this series. I've said it once or twice before, but it has been entertaining. It's very disposable, it's very big budget, it's got some good horror elements to it as well. I wouldn't say it's been amazing, but it has been fun. And then probably my second most anticipated title this week after Primordial, and possibly cover of the week, goes to Fantastic Four Life Story. So we're up to number 4 of this, of 6. So we're now going into the 90s. Just look at that gorgeous Galactus silhouette, Silver Surfer, you got the New York skyline. Just the covers for this have been every bit as good as the series itself. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tucking into that. I've been digging the heck out of this series as well. So there you go, that is my pull list this week, my usual mixture of DC, Marvel and indie. Again, all titles available in store for this new comic book day, which is the 15th of September. So yeah, all be on the shelves. Again, if you see anything that appeals to you, drop us a message. We'll always be able to hold titles over for you. Pull lists are all done and ready to go for everyone. If you do have a pull list with us and maybe you haven't had a chance to get in for a while, maybe just drop us a message, because we do have a few that are piling up a little bit. And we will never want to just like take them out and put them in the racks or whatever. We're not that type of business. But at the same time, we kind of need to know a little bit as well. So just if pull lists are building up a little bit, just drop us a wee message and let us know everything's good. Or if you want to cancel anything with us, again, let us know. Cancelling stuff with us is it's as easy as that. You message us, say I want to take this title off, we'll take it off straight away. Simple as that. So again, as long as we know, it's never a problem. But anyway, this was my pull list video. You'll find the what's new in this week video elsewhere on the network. So hopefully it proves useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I look forward to seeing you guys in store as always. So take it easy.